Hello, this is Contours and I'm here to present the weekly review. It's RAW and Smackdown. This is RAW 13th of August 2012. So we start off with the kickoff of the match. CM Punk versus The Big Show ended up in a disqualification due to the interference by Daniel Bryan. Keeps on saying no, no, no. It's all about me. I'm meant to be in the match at SummerSlam for the championship. But he just comes in and starts attacking them. Out comes the hero John Cena, comes out, attacks Big Show, sends him out of the ring. Daniel Bryan kicks him, and then John Cena sends Bryan out of the ring, and then it's a stare down between Cena and CM Punk. AJ comes out, skipping all the time. It's really annoying, and she comes in the ring, announces the tag team epic match: Cena and Punk versus Big Show and Daniel Bryan. Not really that epic, in my opinion, but it will look pretty cool, and that will come later on tonight. Now this universe has got this Raw active in their hands to vote who's going to be on the Piper's Pit: Jericho, The Miz, or Dolph Ziggler. To me, in my opinion, it could be a bit of unlikely for The Miz to come, or it's just going to be down to Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho. But just that Chris Jericho is face, so people like him now, because on SmackDown, if you didn't hear, it was the return of Y2J, as he said himself. So people know that they have to vote Chris Jericho and not Dolph Ziggler, because he's face and Dolph is not. Ziggy is not. So then what happened is that Shawn Michaels is like really intimidated by Brock Lesnar, because he sent him a message saying that last week I'll see Triple H at SummerSlam, but I'll see Michaels before that. A recap of Alberto Del Rio's title match stripped off for SummerSlam. The match was off, it's been cancelled, and I hope there's going to be a new contender for the championship facing Sheamus at SummerSlam. Sin Cara pinned Tensai. It was a bit of a botch if you've seen the match, but not bad, but it was like really bad, I think. Who am I kidding? It was bad. It really was bad. He just keeps botching the match all the time now. Botch means mistakes, and yeah. And Shawn Michaels keep on beginning to worry about Brock Lesnar backstage. He talking to Roddy Piper, talking to John Cena and all that stuff. Chris Jericho has been voted as the Raw active person, and yeah. He's in the Piper's Pit, and they talk about the last time they saw each other was Mickey Rourke punching him, and Chris Jericho comes with an epic comeback by saying that he beat Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 25 along with two other legends, and that was a pretty good comeback. And then he starts talking about Dolph Ziggler, saying that he can't be the big one anymore, but then Chris Jericho says that he is back as Y2J and he's gonna beat Dolph Ziggler, and you know, all that never ever and all that awesome catchphrases that he's been coming up with. And then Vicky Guerrero comes out, and then Chris Jericho says, would you please shut the hell up? And it was pretty cool. It really was pretty cool. And then Dolph Ziggler comes out, starts saying, you know, it's my moment, I'm gonna beat Chris Jericho. And then The Miz comes out with his championship, and he starts saying that doesn't care about Jericho, and if he had some kind of Piper's Pit show, then he would invite Dolph Ziggler, because them two are like heels, so you get the point, you get my picture. And then Jericho starts attacking Dolph Ziggler, and he attacks The Miz, and he stands tall, victorious. And then it was a triple threat match: The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Jericho. I don't know why they made it up, just to, you know, like, give who the better man is for the universe. The winner was Dolph Ziggler, but it was cheating due to Vicky Guerrero, because what happened is that Jericho, he co-braked The Miz, but then he pinned him, but then he put The Miz's leg up on the turnbuckle, and the referee was, I bet he definitely saw that. He definitely saw that if you watch the match on YouTube or any other website. And then Dolph Ziggler comes out, and while Jericho does the code breaker, also Jericho on The Miz, Dolph Ziggler does his move and then he wins because of Vicky Guerrero. Vicky Guerrero should be fired. I really hate her. She's really annoying, especially with the excuse me part. Especially, everybody knows that. And basically, what happens is Shawn Michaels and then Shawn Michaels met John Cena. He was pretty looking terrified when he saw "Hey, what's up, man?" by John Cena, and Shawn Michaels was pretty worrying because Triple H is not here right now. He's coming. He's on his way. But he's still not here. But yeah, he's really worried about Brock Lesnar. And then CM Punk and Cena meet each other, and then you know all that stuff. And basically, Punk is just saying that he just says, just follow my lead. And then basically John Cena and CM Punk face Bryan and Big Show, and basically it was a pretty cool match actually. This is a really good match because Cena and Punk don't like each other right now, and basically they kept tagging into each other all the time and on again, and it was pretty funny because at the end Punk was mocking John Cena's 5-knuckle shovel and his comeback kind of move where he hits him and puts him on the ground and then he does that, and basically Cena tags him and then he does the kick, you know that knee kick when he goes into the turnbuckle. Apparently the crowd was booing Cena, but they were cheering CM Punk. I was a little bit upset about the crowd, disappointed about the crowd. Cena couldn't manage to do it. I think he did some kind of mistake when he kicked the Big Show or Daniel Bryan, and he does that and then he just flies onto the ground just like Punk does, and then basically that's what happens, and then Punk gets out of the ring and he just stands there, and then basically what happens is that Cena just steals the show, wins the match, and then after the match what happens is that Punk offers a shake hand to John Cena. John Cena is like, why? Because you turn your back on the universe. And then basically I was pretty disappointed with this kind of thing because Cena's a face and Punk is a bit of a face, but he's pretty much of a heel. But then what happened was that John Cena did not shake CM Punk's hand, and that was pretty upsetting and people did not like that, especially CM Punk didn't like that. CM Punk just he just walked away. John Cena was just there confused that why you offering a handshake, I don't know why. And then backstage CM Punk cuts a promo about John Cena not shaking his hand, and that is therefore disrespecting the champion CM Punk, and he's saying that he's gonna prove to he's gonna earn respect at SummerSlam by beating John Cena and the Big Show in triple threat match for the championship. And then it was Brock Lesnar and Shawn Michaels staring down to face backstage, like staring down, and then basically what happens is that it was a contract signing, Triple H and Brock Lesnar, although Brock Lesnar was not here. Brock Lesnar was just cutting a promo saying that he's going to end Triple H's career this Sunday, and Shawn Michaels comes out and basically he just like stands there, doesn't do anything, doesn't say anything. Triple H comes out, he doesn't say anything either. He comes into the ring and he signs the contract, so does Brock Lesnar, and then that's what happens. And then Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman walk away. Paul Heyman was actually really good, he was awesome, by keep on saying all this stuff, all these brilliant words that describe Brock Lesnar as a brutal, violent person. And they walk away. Triple H and Shawn Michaels stand in the middle of the ring with the contract. Backstage, Shawn Michaels thinks that this person is pretty dangerous, and the thing, I agree with that, because what he did to John Cena, he bloodied John Cena. He bloodied him with blood, red blood all over his face and his head. Oof, it was so bad. Extreme Rules, although he won, but it was a bit of a fluke, and I'm not proud of that. I'm sorry, I'm changing the subject here. I'm meant to be saying what happens at backstage. Triple H thinks that Shawn Michaels cannot beat Brock Lesnar. No. Shawn Michaels thinks that Triple H cannot beat Brock Lesnar, and Triple H thinks that Shawn Michaels doesn't think that Triple H can't beat Brock Lesnar. You get what I mean? Yeah, that's what happens, and then basically Triple H walks away. No, Shawn Michaels walks away, goes to the parking, and what we see, I thought that Raw was over when it was Cena and Punk, his tag team. I thought it was over, but now I'm actually glad that it's 3 hours, because yeah, it's actually really good now. This storyline now got even more good, because what happened is that Paul Heyman crashes into Shawn Michaels' car, and then Paul Heyman distracts him, keeps distracting him. Brock Lesnar behind attacks him, drags him, and he's been kidnapped. He's been kidnapped, attacked, and what happens is about 5 minutes later, the whole roster comes into the parking lot. Triple H comes out, asks, demands that where is Shawn? Where is he? He's really worried, and then we see a camera. Brock Lesnar sending Shawn Michaels to the ring, up on his back, on his shoulders, and he pulls him to the ring, and he puts him on the F5, and also that submission thingy that when you try to break your arm. Triple H finally comes out. Paul Heyman, you know, like, threatens Triple H to even take one step, then Brock Lesnar will break his best friend's arm. But even though he didn't take a step, he broke his arm. Brock Lesnar broke Shawn Michaels' arm, and we found that out after what happened after Raw. But I'm just, you know, giving it to you anyway. But then Triple H comes into the ring, tries to attack Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar runs away like a coward, you know, that stuff. And then Triple H comes into the ring, takes his shirt off, and like keeps on asking, "Is he okay? Is he okay?" And Shawn Michaels' blood doesn't look good. And it's been announced Shawn Michaels will not be at SummerSlam, and he's been pulled from SummerSlam. He's not going to be there, and yeah, that's what happened. And this storyline is pretty good, actually. This is actually pretty cool. This could be a possible wrestling match again for Shawn Michaels. I know he doesn't look physically fit right now, but it could happen. Let's go down to SmackDown. Okay, SmackDown, 17th of August 2012. Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara tag teaming together to beat the Miz and Cody Rhodes. This was an awesome match. It really was. The high flying, the booyaka. It's been announced Miz and Mysterio facing each other for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Randy Orton defeated Daniel Bryan due to a interference and distraction entrance by Kane. It was just a Kane entrance, that tease kind of thing, but it didn't really come. Orton defeated him, and then it was the main event. Alberto Del Rio defeated Chris Jericho when Dolph Ziggler interfered. Looks like it's going to turn out for Chris Jericho's last SmackDown before he leaves, and he will leave after SummerSlam. And then Sheamus made the save by convincing Booker T to stay the match on. Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus. SummerSlam is on. It's back on. Ridiculous, and it's gonna be a fail, and I hate it, and it's a bad idea, and I'm sorry who people that like Del Rio, but I'm just saying it. It's my opinion. I'm not saying anything that's bad about your opinion. I just really don't like Del Rio, but I love the tag team of Mysterio and what's his name, Sin Cara, and also Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. Hell, even Alberto Del Rio and Chris Jericho. Good SmackDown, very good Raw. I love the storyline. I love Piper's pitch. I love storyline of HBK and Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Pretty good match with Cena and Punk, but you know, Cena has to lay out the disrespected that he gave to CM Punk, so that's bad. So that is all time I have for today. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hate it, thumbs down. Please do comment on what you think about the tag team. I'll see you next time for weekly news or weekly previews or SummerSlam. Match predictions will come out Friday, so be there. So peace.